Today's topic is best breakfast for easy weight loss. Now, I understand if you're confused. What do you eat for breakfast to lose weight? Maybe you've tried all these different diets and they're not working. Well, I understand, because actually what I did was I Googled some solutions for somebody who doesn't really know what they could eat to lose weight on Google, and I Googled best breakfast for weight loss. And here is what I came up with. The first thing that it said was, to lose weight, eat fewer calories than you burn throughout the day. Then it said, the best thing to eat for breakfast is oatmeal, eggs, lean bacon or turkey, whole grain toast and peanut butter, smoothies, yogurt, and muesli. Okay, so I want to unpack this for a minute, because I wouldn't recommend that as your best breakfast for weight loss. And I'm going to share with you exactly why. The first reason is it talks about how to lose weight, eat fewer calories than you burn throughout the day. Well, I'm going to share with you right now, it's not just about calories. And if we still stick with this model of losing weight is about burning calories, then we will always struggle, okay? So what we want to really think about is food differently. So remember, every time you eat, food is information to the body. And the information we want to give the body when you eat has nothing to do with calories. It's got everything to do with the food that you're putting in, as far as the type of food, not the amount of calories. So is the type of food that you're putting in your body allowing your body to burn fat as fuel, build muscle so that you can look toned, look and feel 10 years younger? If so, then you're eating the right breakfast. So again, this is not about counting calories. This is about food as information. You're going to learn exactly what type of food to eat to be able to burn the fat, build the muscle, look and feel 10 years younger today, like right now. And then they talk about the best foods to eat for breakfast is things like oatmeal. Well, I'm going to share that I hear this all the time. A lot of my clients that come to me that want to lose weight seem to always gravitate to having oatmeal for breakfast. So we talked about food as information. What information do you think oatmeal is giving to the body? Oatmeal is telling the body to raise a hormone called insulin. Because remember, oatmeal, it's not a protein. Oatmeal is not a fat. Oatmeal is a carbohydrate. So, anytime you eat just carbs like oatmeal, then you're raising a hormone called insulin. So the information is, oh, let's raise insulin, which is a hormone, to be able to process this carbohydrate. Every single time you do that, you have stopped fat loss in its tracks, just like that. So that means that you may lose weight if you reduce your calories, but really, is that really what you want to do? Don't you want to burn fat and build more muscle, get some tone, and look and feel 10 years younger, than look like a skinny fat? Exactly. So oatmeal on its own would be not a good choice for breakfast. Okay, and we're going to get into hormones and food as information, but I just wanted you to open up your mind to get rid of this calorie, languaging, and let's start look at food as information. Let's give the information to burn fat, build muscle, look and feel 10 years younger. Okay, so it talked about eggs. Well, yes, I have to say, check mark, yes, eggs is a really good food as a breakfast for you to lose weight, which is burn fat, build muscle. Why? Because when you eat eggs, the information that you're telling your body is, oh, right on, let's release glucagon. Eggs are a protein. Glucagon's released when you eat protein. Glucagon burns fat and builds muscle for you. So that is a big check mark. Yes, we're going to want to look at eggs. I'm going to pull all this together for you, but right now I'm just unpacking what the normal narrative is on Google when you're searching best breakfast for weight loss. It talks about whole grain toast and peanut butter. Okay, I don't know if you've seen the book called Wheat Belly by Dr. William Davis. So whole grain toast, that's wheat. Wheat gives you the belly. Wheat is not what you want to have for breakfast. Wheat leads to a belly fat because when you eat wheat, the information is store fat around the belly. And there's a whole book written on it by a doctor and a recipe book and the whole thing. So we want to get away from having wheat for breakfast. Okay, now we get into the recommended peanut butter. Okay, I'm not sure if you're aware of this or not, but peanut butter, as yummy as it sounds, has aflatoxin, which is a mold. So moldy bodies hold fat. We don't want mold in our bodies. We want clean fuel that gives the information to get away from the mold, to get away from mold leads to inflammation. Inflammation leads to weight gain. Let's get away from this peanut butter thing. Okay, organic peanut butter depends on the person, but let's just really get away from this peanut butter and whole grain. And then it talks about smoothies. Yes, if they're complete smoothies with the right information to burn fat, build muscle, help you lose the weight and keep it off for life, right? So, and you're gonna actually learn my 3-ingredient smoothie strategy very soon. So that when you do consume that, first of all, it's gonna be delicious. Second of all, you will give the body information to say, burn fat, build muscle, look and feel 10 years younger. So you can lose the weight and keep it off for life this time, instead of yo-yoing back in and watching your calories. Forget the calories. And then it talks about yogurt and muesli. Well, there's a missing piece there on the yogurt muesli, but really I'm just gonna keep moving forward with proof that what you're gonna learn today does work. Here's the thing. When I was younger, I'm 54, I was actually diagnosed with a very rapid aging disease. It's because I wasn't eating properly and my body was breaking down and I actually became a skinny fat. And I looked horrible and I had like an 80-year-old grandma body when I was like 32. That started my whole journey as to why I'm actually speaking to you today, because I was that person. I was that person that went, how do I eat foods that I like and not have to worry about, is this gonna make me gain weight? All these like calories, it's so confusing. So I'm like, why can't we find a simple eating plan that we can enjoy our foods, melt away the fat, build the muscle, look and feel 10 years younger, and keep it off for life? Like, it can't be that hard. Well, it took me actually decades to figure out all the missing pieces. Today, you're gonna learn a key missing piece to the puzzle of your best diet to lose weight and keep it off for life. And I'm gonna share this with you. I've shared this with my personal clients where it really, really works. And you're gonna learn this today. And actually I pull it together into a simple, here, I don't know if you can see this, but you're gonna learn today my meal ideas made easy. We're not gonna really focus on like measuring all these different recipes and that. That is so time consuming. What if we can just pull a few pieces together of foods so that the information you put in the body is, first of all, doing what you want, which is losing weight. Okay, so I'm going to, first of all, share that proof this works, because my clients get results, I got results, and now I have like food freedom. So you can have food freedom today. Okay, so I'm gonna show you to keep it simple, I'm gonna show you 2 breakfast ideas that you can start with right away, okay? So that you can actually give the right information to do what you want, which is look great, right? So the first one is we're gonna talk about how to make a smoothie. Because sometimes, like smoothies, first of all, they taste delicious, they're easy to make, and they're not expensive, okay? But you're gonna learn how to do a smoothie the right way for the right information. So I'm gonna call this my 3-ingredient smoothie, but I'm gonna add some extra magic to it that you can add to your own smoothie to like transform it into like the best breakfast you've ever had in your life, because it is really good. So what we're gonna do is we are going to have some fun. We're gonna start with, first of all, get your blender, okay? A high-powered blender, something that you can, you're going to want to use this a lot. So get a good blender. And what we're going to do is so step number 1 is always think about where is my protein source in your smoothie. Now, if you've been following me for a while, I always make sure that I message you to say, hey, prioritize your protein. Protein is what tells the body to raise glucagon, which burns belly fat and builds muscle. So we want to give the body this information every single time we eat. So your first question to yourself when you eat your smoothie is, where's my protein source? Well, we're not going to put a chicken leg in here, right? Which is protein. We're not going to put a steak in here. We know that. That's silly. Maybe you can put eggs in here, but why don't we keep it super simple and delicious? Let's find a protein powder that is going to be suitable to your body. Now, if you're out in the aisles in the grocery store and you see the whole rack of protein powders, you're probably thinking, which one's right for me? I'm going to keep it really simple for you right now. Okay, if you have autoimmune disease, which a lot of clients that come to me do, please do your body a favor and get away from dairy. That is not compatible to help fix autoimmune, which you can. You can fix it, but not with dairy. Dairy will stop you from healing. So, what is dairy with a protein powder? Whey protein. We don't want whey. So here's an example of a whey. I don't have autoimmune, so I can show you. This is whey protein isolate. We don't want this if you have autoimmune disease. If you don't have autoimmune disease, you can have whey protein powder. It's actually superior to the other type of protein powder called plant-based protein powder, which if you have autoimmune is perfect for you because you can't break down the whey, which is dairy, but you can break down the protein from plants. So I'm going to show you an example of that. And actually I found some protein powder that I am in love with, because here's the thing, we like to change things up. We don't want to always take the same protein powder all the time. And with this plant-based protein powder that I'm now able to carry and offer to my clients, this is very new. So Mike, you're watching, Joanne, you're probably watching. So some of you are watching that are my personal clients. Guess what? We have a new protein powder that we can try. Yay! And I've already been experimenting with it and it's so good. Okay, so here's what it is. I'm going to show you what it is. I'm going to show you the vanilla. So I was impressed. So it's Garden of Life and it's a plant-based vanilla protein powder. This tastes so good. This actually has greens in there as well, like bonus. Okay, so greens help us with anti-aging, right? Because of the phytonutrients, which squash inflammation. This really, really helps with that. And not only that, it tastes so good. I looked at all the ingredients and I looked at how much protein is in here and it 100% fits the bill. Plus it tastes really good, as I was mentioning. When you're looking for a plant-based protein powder, make sure that it's not full of what you don't want. You're not getting this for the carbs. So if it's high in carbs, which is like over 5 grams, find a different protein powder, okay? You're getting this for the protein. You're not getting this for the carbs. Because there are protein powders that say protein powder, but it's actually a meal in one, and you're not really looking at how many carbs are in there, and so you're over-carbing. What does carb do? Raise insulin. What does that do? Stop you from burning fat, right? You're getting this just for the protein. Okay, so just remember that. It also comes in delicious chocolate. Oh, so good. So, hopefully that's giving you some information about when you're in the aisle and you see all these proteins. Which one's good for me? Well, as we mentioned, we stay away from whey protein powder if you have autoimmune, okay? But if you don't have autoimmune, pick the whey because it is superior to the plant. And there's many reasons. It's got higher leucine, it's got a higher amino acid profile, it's going to help you get your results faster. So fix the autoimmune so that you can get into the whey. Just saying, because you can. Don't think you can't. Of course you can. Your body heals if you do the right things. And if you have autoimmune, let me know. I can really help you there to help heal autoimmune. Okay, so if you have autoimmune, get your plant-based protein powder. Just make sure it's not full of carbs, right? And so Garden of Life is a good one, all right? That particular one. So we're having our smoothie. And first step is, where's my protein? Well, I've just shared with you 2 really good protein powders, okay? So now we're going to do step 2 in my plan. And step 2 is, where are your carbs? We got to get the right carbs in though. The ones that will actually help you have energy. It's going to help you clear away the toxins with the bowel movement. That's what the carbs do. They give you energy, okay, because it is an energy food. It's going to have fiber in there to clear away the toxins, which is poison to the body, because you're going to have a bowel movement. They really help with bowel movements. So then you have a flat stomach, because nothing worse than a pregnant belly at the end of the day, because you haven't had a bowel movement. You feel like, do you ever happen to you? You feel like tired and you feel bloated and you feel heavy. No, we want to feel light and clean, have that flat tummy. Why? Because that's a sign of health. This right here, the belly is a sign. You have a flat belly, that's a sign of good metabolic health, which is what weight loss is all about, okay? Health. So we're gonna get the right type of carb. What is the right type of carb in the smoothie, okay? It's not a bunch of vegetables, I have to let you know. It is, let's go with fruit. Yeah, fruit. Fruit, we're not gonna overfruit, we're gonna have a little bit of fruit, okay? And depending on where your location is, where you live, is the kind of fruit that you want to choose. What I mean by that is pick fruit that's grown in your environment, not mine, because I'm in Mexico. If you're in Mexico, then I'm going to show you kind of what I do. But if you're in Canada, where a lot of my clients are, then pick foods that are fruit that's grown in your environment, okay? So let's start with Mexico. So for me, this is my Mexican kitchen, by the way. I hope you enjoy it, and I sure am loving it. So papaya. So we're not going to have the whole papaya. We're going to have 1 cup. If you're doing a whole fruit, do 1, like I slice up 1 cup of papaya. I also think about having 1 cup of mango, not the whole thing, 1 cup. So you got to measure. And then you can even add these little tiny bananas. So that's if you're in Mexico. But if you're in Canada, we're going to want to think about what's grown there. I like berries for you. Why do I like berries? Because berries have seeds in them, which are the fiber, which help you have a bowel movement. Berries are low glycemic, so they're not going to raise that insulin really quickly so that you can still burn fat and build muscle. Pick berries. That's the first choice. I highly recommend you pick berries. 1 cup of berries. So you've got to measure, otherwise you're taking it too far and it's not going to be good for you. So 1 cup of all colored berries. I don't care. They say blueberries is a superstar. Well, what about the other berries? No, actually cherries are really, really healthy for you as well. Raspberries, strawberries, blackberry, they all play a part. And if you keep eating the same foods, we've got to turn that around. We want to try different foods as well. So with the berries, colorful berries, rich, dark, colorful berries, 1 cup. So here we've got our protein powder that we've already picked, because that's the first priority. Then we go with our fruit, and it's what's grown in your area, right? And then the third step is fat. Fat that gets you lean. There's fat that gets you fat, yeah, but there's fat that gets you lean. And so we're gonna pull all this together into a beautiful smoothie so that you can remember this and do this starting tomorrow or today, whatever. You can have a smoothie for dinner, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be for breakfast, all right? You can have it for lunch, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's a complete meal that's gonna get you results. Okay, so with our fat, let's talk about good fats. Well, avocado is a really good fat to put in your smoothie. Plus, your avocado is gonna be delicious and creamy. You want a creamy smoothie. You want texture to your smoothie. Why? First of all, it tastes good. Second of all, you need to chew your smoothie. We don't want to drink our smoothie. And the reason for that is because your brain doesn't register that you're full if you drink your smoothie. So then what happens is you have too much food for your body and it sets you back from weight loss. You actually can gain weight. Okay? So we're going to want to tell our brain that we're eating food so that it knows when to stop eating because you get full. Cool, eh? Did you know that? Isn't that neat? So we're going to chew our smoothie. And to do that, we're going to have a healthy fat. What is a healthy fat? Avocado. How much? Half an avocado. Half an avocado is perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. Say you don't like avocado. That's okay. I have other solutions for you. Because listen, we can have fun with our food if we do the right things. And so let's look at other good fats. Well, your coconut milk is a good fat. So this is coconut milk though in a tin can. This has the fat that is healthy fat. When you have coconut milk from a Tetra Pak, there is no fat in there. So if your recipe says coconut milk and you're having just this without the fat, you actually are wondering why you're gaining weight because you're not adding the fat. There's no fat in here. This is just liquid. There's no fat, okay? This is the fat right here. You want coconut milk in a tin can. And you're gonna want, like, you don't want to overfat because that's too much food for you, but 1/3 of a can is perfecto. 1/3 of a can. So this can is gonna last me 3 smoothies. And so what I'll do is I'll wash the lid because I don't want to put the contaminants in my coconut milk. So make sure you rinse the lid before you open it. So you rinse the lid, you open it up, and then you pour. You just kind of like free pour. You don't have to measure everything. About 1/3 of a can, okay? So you pour it into, that's your fat, into your smoothie with the rest of the ingredient. That is a good fat. Now on top of that, you can add this, which is what I do. This is just liquid, but it makes it taste delicious, and then it's not too thick, but it is gonna make it into a really creamy texture, which then you can, it's not too thick, right? Because you don't want it too thick. So this will thin it out, but it's really, really good. So you wanna do these two together, okay? And so how much of this? I personally put about a cup. But you're gonna have to see what works for you for your texture preferences, okay? So that's a good fat. If you don't like coconut, don't worry. You don't have to eat coconut just because someone tells you it's gonna help you lose weight. No, you find foods that you like, okay? So why don't we think about almond butter? This is not peanut butter. This doesn't have the mold. This is almond butter. Almond butter is actually really high in calcium. Calcium, if you have muscle tightness or muscle spasms, and we think it's magnesium, actually it could be calcium, just so you know. So you're gonna wanna think about calcium with magnesium and not just magnesium. And if you need help with that, let me know, because I figured that out a while ago, and now I've added my calcium and my muscle spasms are gone. Bye-bye. So anyway, something to think about. Hey, we can eat our calcium and we don't need dairy for it. We can have almond butter. Cool, eh? So how much almond butter? Because really we need to look at the amounts too. So I would go with 1 to 2 tablespoons on average. If you want a customized plan, this is exactly what I do. I will 100% calculate how much you need for your body, because remember it's customized, but I'm just giving you some guidelines right now to get you thinking differently. And if you want more help, I am here. Just send me a direct message and we can have a quick chat about how I can help you. So anyways, almond butter. And then with the almond butter, guess what? Instead of the coconut milk, you don't like coconut, it's okay. Almond milk, how cool is that? Almond milk. When you get your almond milk in a Tetra Pak, because remember this is liquid, right? This is the fat. Please get it unsweetened, otherwise you're adding carbs you don't need, okay? So look for unsweetened almond milk. Beautiful, it's a beautiful thing. This is gonna help you a lot. I have another idea for you. because these are things that we can play with, and then you can kind of make your own smoothie that you enjoy. I'm going to share with you what I'm really enjoying for fat lately, and I've discovered that has transformed my smoothies. I haven't even told my clients yet, but I will talk to my clients about this. The ones that are watching that are my clients. Guess what? I discovered. How cool is this? Oh my gosh, chia whole. What an incredible fat. What an incredible texture. There's so much joy in eating this in my smoothie. I can't even believe it. It adds such a good flavor. It is such a good fat. It's such a well-balanced fat, omega-3, 6, 9, but mainly omega-3, okay? And I heard so much about chia puddings, and I'm like, yeah. Oh, but here's the thing. We don't want to over chia. We don't want to over fat. So how much? How many seeds? How much? So for me, I do 2 tablespoons. So again, we're doing, just keep that as an idea, 2 tablespoons of extra fat, like almond butter or chia seeds. I highly recommend you try this. Whoa, is it ever good? So then you're gonna want to add liquid to that. So you're gonna either think about coconut milk or almond milk, unsweetened, because you don't want the extra carbs, because what does it do? Raise insulin too much. And what does that do? Stop your weight loss, okay? So hopefully this is helping so far. We're more to go, but I hope I've given you some information that you haven't heard before. And I'm moving you away from what commonly is talked about, which is the Google search. No, that's why 88% of the population is metabolically broken. They have metabolic imbalances, which leads to not being able to lose the weight and keep it off. Okay, but not this show. This show is all about how to get lean, how to build muscle, and feel like so good doing it. Okay, no starving, no depriving, no way, not here. This is fun. So we talked about the protein. We talked about the carbohydrates, as in fruit. And we talked about the fat, all the ideas, right? And the liquid that you add to it, okay? So that is it. You put your combination in your blender and you put the lid on and you blend it. Is that easy or what? Like, isn't that easy? And then what I do is sometimes I don't want it right away, but I'm going out for the day. Well, I'll make my smoothie in advance. Yes, I do, because I really commit to my health. Like, really commit to it, because I know what it feels like to feel like crap. That's not me anymore. No. I have now reversed my aging to feel my age or younger. Well, actually, no, I feel like 20, even though I'm 54. Anyways, so I blend it in advance, and what I do is I have a shaker cup with a lid, and I pour my smoothie in there, and I put the lid on there, and I actually tape it so it doesn't, spill everywhere. And I put it in my backpack or my purse. I take it with me, because here's the thing. It's what you eat, but also when you eat. So we don't want to eat because it's time. I'm supposed to eat now. It's my time. No. What does your body say? We need to listen to our body. Your body will let you know when it's hungry. Maybe it's 14. Maybe it's 16 hours from your dinner. Maybe you're waiting till longer. It doesn't matter. It's what your body says when you're hungry. That's when you eat. That's why I take my smoothie with me. And when I get hungry, guess what? Pop it out of my bag. I get to enjoy it. I get to have it when my body tells me to have it. Okay, because here's the thing. We fell off the rails with all this timing thing and all the busyness. Oh, I need to eat before I go because I won't be able to have food while I'm there. Well, you can take it with you. Okay, I go shopping and I take whatever, you're with friends, family, it doesn't matter. If you commit to your health, think about these kind of strategies, and it's not weird. No, you're committing to yourself, okay? It's not selfish. No, it's not, okay? So just think about that. This is for you. So there you've got your smoothie. So I'm gonna give you some really cool ideas that I've been playing with my smoothie as the add-ons, which transform my smoothie into something just it's so delicious, and it actually fuels you for 5 or 6 hours. I don't know if your smoothie does, but mine does. And I like that because I only want to eat 2 times a day. Okay. I don't know about you, but I don't want to be tied to the fridge all day. I got stuff to do. Okay? So what I do is this. Ready for this? So if I'm home, what I'll do is I will, see this? You know what that is? I squeeze half a lime in my smoothie on top. Yeah, I do. I squeeze it in, and it adds this delicious kind of sweetness, but the sweetness doesn't raise the insulin, and it actually helps clean your liver. Your liver is so important to your weight loss success, more than most organs, okay? Because it helps you balance blood sugar. So we're gonna wanna have a clean liver. Hey, we can clean our liver with foods. One of the best ways to do that, start your day cleaning your liver. Lime, half a lime, squeeze it in. I do this every single time with my smoothie. Oh my goodness, like really, OMG, it's so good. And my liver's happy, right? So I get to stay slim, strong, and sexy forever. My bikini on the beach, I'm very proud. I can wear it all year round. It's awesome. So I do that. And then what I do is, here's the other thing I do. Oh yeah. So I don't know if you know what this is, but take a guess. What do you think this is? What do you think this is? These are cocoa nibs. Yeah. So what are cocoa nibs? First of all, they taste really good. They add a crunch, they add a texture, so it makes you chew your food so that your brain knows it's full when it's really full, which takes about 20 minutes. So we're gonna chew our smoothie with these cocoa nibs, okay? What else do the cocoa nibs do? They tell your body to actually, it's a magnesium-rich food. So now you can eat your magnesium. How cool is that? You can eat foods that are high in magnesium. Cocoa nibs are high in magnesium. Here's the other thing. It's actually really, they call them prebiotics. It increases the amount of good bacteria in your gut that then lead to getting lean, called Bacteroides. Yeah, it does. It increases that population. You're feeding the good bugs to get lean. Isn't that amazing? The third thing that cocoa nibs do is, guess what? It improves our mood. It does. Why? Because it actually raises a neurotransmitter in your gut called serotonin. You've probably heard about serotonin. You might actually be on antidepressants that actually do that for you. Guess what? You can get off your medication with your doctor, right? And I work with this all the time. And you can actually eat foods to raise your own serotonin so you don't have to take a medication for it. And now you can feel yourself. You can save money on that medication. And now you're supporting the body's own healing response. Because remember, that's a patch. And I understand if you've been on it, hey, it's not a guilt thing, nothing. You probably needed to do it so that you can help, you can be your best around all your family and all your friends. You didn't want to, be the depressed one. I get it. But guess what? You can use foods to heal from that. Yeah, we do it all the time with my clients, all the time. You don't think clients come to me with antidepressants? All the time, okay? We get them off by eating foods that are delicious and a few other things, of course. But hey, it works. So if you're on antidepressants and you're tired of being on antidepressants and you want to lose the weight, this is exactly what I can help you with. So just reach out to me and say, hey, you know what? I'm ready. I want to commit to myself. Or you know what? Just share with me what you know. No problem at all. I could do that. Insight call. So hey, guess what? Let's think about having cocoa nibs. Oh yeah. A little handful, put it in, texture-wise, tastes incredible. And now I'm going to share with you the other thing I do with my smoothie. I put a pinch of either Himalayan or Celtic salt. Why do we want to do this? Well, first of all, it's going to make your smoothie taste even better than what it is. Like this, oh, I can't wait for you to try this smoothie. It is so delicious and it gets you your results. But here's the other thing about Himalayan or Celtic salt that you may not know. It's a trace mineral. It's jam-packed of trace minerals. You can eat your minerals. Instead of like buying all these supplements, you can eat your minerals. Food is medicine if you know what medicine to take and what foods to have. That's exactly what I do. But anyways, just think about having pinches of Himalayan salt It's full of trace minerals. What do trace minerals do in the body? Well, 3 things. The first one is it's going to help you digest your food, because that's what your body needs to be able to digest food. It actually helps support hydrochloric acid production, which helps you break down your foods, especially your protein. The second thing this does is it gives you trace minerals so that you get rid of pain. If you are in pain, you are acidic, you need more minerals. That's what this does. This can help get rid of pain. Yeah. And the other thing it does is if you are fatigued in the day, if you wake up tired and you have like chronic fatigue, guess what? You're low in minerals. You need the minerals to have energy. You can eat your minerals. This is one way to do it. There's other ways too, okay? And it's part of the plan that I provide my clients so that they can get rid of pain, they can have more energy, and they can start digesting their food so they get nutrients in the body. Hey, Himalayan salt will do that. So a few pinches, I do this every single smoothie. Now you're thinking, well, Michelle, like, how am I going to carry all that if I'm going to take my smoothie with you? It's so easy. Because again, like, I cracked the code to this, right? Because I committed to being healthy and then teaching this so that you can learn from my mistakes and do the right thing so that you can live your best life. Here's what I do. Okay, I get these Ziploc bags. Yeah, like a bunch of, get a box. And what I want you to do is open it up. And then what you do is you put your lime in there. You can put your lime in your smoothie because it's a liquid, right? So you put it in your smoothie. But in here, put your cocoa nibs and your salt already ground up in here. And then what's gonna happen is when you have your smoothie and you're ready for it, open up the lid and just put this in. With your spoon. Because I take a spoon with me too, like a plastic spoon. I have my favorite plastic spoon. And I put the spoon in here too. Like Ziploc bag, smoothie, you're good to go. Like, you really are good to go. I know you're gonna love that. If you want to take this to a different level, here's what I'm doing a little bit of. I actually add a little bit of, because I'm a little bit naughty sometimes, I add a little bit of granola. But the right type of granola. You've got to look at the ingredients, okay? You want to make sure that there are no chemicals in here. You want to make sure that there are only a few ingredients in here. And you want to make sure it's really clean. This is a protein-rich granola. I know, I can get that in Mexico. You can probably get that in Canada. And I think I remember the name because I used to get it when I was there. Keto Snacks, that's it. Keto Snacks. In the grocery store, look for Keto Snacks. It's like a granola and it's high in protein and good fat. You can add that as a crunch if you want. Okay, if you want. I like to do that, all right? Because I'm sometimes naughty and I like to be naughty. Naughty in a good way. So what I've done is I've actually, just as a bit of a recap, I'm moving you away from what doesn't work, which is Google searching best breakfast for weight loss. That is not the best breakfast for weight loss. And we are not about calories. We are about food as information. What information are you giving the body to do what you want it to do? Well, we've just shared with you what information will work. When you combine this, you are doing exactly what the body needs to burn off the belly fat, build the muscle, and look and feel freaking amazing. And kind of feel naughty like you're doing it, but really you're not, because it's really good for the body. You may think, oh my gosh, this tastes like a treat. It's good food and it's done properly, okay? So try that. Now, so we talked about the smoothie. The other breakfast idea that I like to flip to sometimes, because I don't want a smoothie sometimes. My body actually does not want that smoothie. Here's what I do instead. That will work for you, okay? We're gonna wanna think about, okay, so again, where's my protein source for my breakfast, right? That's what I want you to think. Well, I just picked these beautiful eggs up at a local organic store. So I like to get a lot of eggs because we use a lot of eggs. Eggs are a perfect food. So why don't we think about making eggs in the morning? I'm going to give you some tips about how to make eggs that is actually going to help you with anti-aging as well as weight loss. You ready for this? Especially if you have cardiovascular disease, you really need to pay attention to this. All right? So here's what we want to do. First of all, when you make your eggs, you're going to want to use a pan that isn't with chemicals. If you have a non-stick pan, you should check to see if it's emitting chemicals, because most non-stick pans do. And what are you doing? You're putting chemicals in your body that's heated. You will destroy your cardiovascular system over time. You don't want to do that. You don't want to add these chemicals. So make sure that your pan is either stainless steel, or it's an iron cast pan, something that doesn't emit chemicals. Okay, we don't want the chemicals. So that's step one. Step two is pick the right, what are you gonna cook your eggs in, okay? So for me, I use actually coconut oil. Coconut oil burns fat. Coconut oil. So coconut oil, this coconut oil does not taste like coconut. You can get coconut oil that tastes like coconut. I don't want coconut in my eggs. So I get coconut oil organic that doesn't taste like coconut oil. Okay, so maybe, so try that. The other thing is coconut oil is high in, it's high in a fat, conjugated linoleic acid, that helps you burn fat. So this is a fat burner. The other thing it does is it helps to increase those gut bugs we talked about, the Bacteroides. It will actually raise the Bacteroides and take away the bugs that make you obese, which is called Firmicutes. Why? It's an antimicrobial, gets rid of the bad guys. It actually cleans house for you. How cool is that? We get rid of the bad guys by having oil. Is that not amazing? So we're gonna have coconut oil, organic. We're gonna do maybe half a teaspoon, put it in your pan. That's, remember, good pan, not chemical pan. We're gonna get our Himalayan salt, okay, because it's gonna add flavor and also help you with your body. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna crack open enough eggs to be able to get your results. Now, I always recommend my clients start the day with 50 grams of protein. 50 grams of protein. Why? That's how much you need to do what you need to do, which is weight loss. And also your body needs that protein and good fat to be able to go 5 hours before your next meal, or even 4. Okay, so you're not tied to the fridge all the time. Who wants to think about food all day? We have things to do, right? Right? So anyways, personally I do 4 eggs. And I crack them open and I put them in there. I let them fry a little bit, and then I add some water to it. I put the lid on, and all I do is I just steam them, okay? What you don't want to do is fry them where they're like dark. You don't want that. You also don't want to mix, if you can, mix the yolk with the white in the beginning, scrambled eggs. No, you're oxidizing the cholesterol, the healthy cholesterol in your eggs. You're oxidizing it, which makes it bad for the cardiovascular system. This is where I'm getting back to this cardiovascular system. We want to actually keep the yolk and the white separate so you don't oxidize it, all right? So you just want to like poach them. You want to like lightly steam them. You can have hard-boiled eggs, which are great grab and go, right? So don't mix them. Unless you love that. I don't want to take away your love, okay? Just if you do like to mix your eggs, like I do, I'm going to share with you what I do. At the very end, I will actually slightly undercook them. The yolk you want undercooked, the whites you want cooked for other reasons. So you're going to put that in your container when it's slightly, the yolk is not fully cooked, and then you can mix it up in your bowl. Now it's not oxidized. Like now you can still have your scrambled eggs, but not in a way that's going to harm your blood vessels. Is that not amazing? Look at these nuances you're learning. I hope that you're appreciating this. If you are, please share this with others as well, because if someone has cardiovascular disease, you can reverse that too, because this is what I work with all the time with a lot of males actually, because they seem to fall prey of this heart disease, cardiovascular issues, which it's okay. You can heal from it if you know what you're doing, and I'm happy to help you there. So here you've got your 4 eggs, because remember, for breakfast, what are we thinking about? Where's my priority? Sorry, where's my protein source? So we're gonna go with 4 eggs. So we're gonna start with that, and then we're gonna go with, okay, well, I'm not just gonna have eggs, because I need more food than that. Like, I'm hungry, Michelle, because you're having me work out too. Good, well, let's have the right type of carbs. Guess what? I'm gonna move you outside your comfort zone for a minute and have you think about something new, okay, that I've been doing that is so delicious that it tastes, it's so good. Who would ever think these vegetables would taste this delicious, okay? Who would ever think about having these for breakfast either? Wait till you hear what I share with you, okay? I'm not sure if you know what this is, but this is a leek. Holy moly, these are so delicious when they're done properly. First of all, when you have your veggies, you're also gonna make sure that they are washed. Otherwise, they could be holding things that will lead to parasites, which I also clear out. You don't want parasites in your body. They rob your nutrition, right? And if you're concerned about parasites, please get a hold of me. I would be happy to do a soft test for you. I can find out if you have parasites so that we can clear them out so that you can actually get your life back, because they're bullies. You don't want them in your body. So we're gonna wash our vegetables with like veggie wash. This is what I do. Anyways, once you've washed them, then leek. What do leeks do? Oh my, first of all, it's so healthy for you. We always think about onions or shallots. What about the leeks? The leeks are so delicious. They are what we call a liver-friendly food. We talked about liver. What does liver do? Help you lose weight and keep it off for life, because it balances blood sugar. It does so many other things. But this is a liver-friendly food. If you're working on your liver, which I hope you are, because we all need to, we want to eat leeks. It's a liver-friendly food. It's going to help your liver regenerate, okay? And so how we're going to use this is we're going to wash it on the outside. We're just going to cut this part here off. And then what we're going to do is we're going to grab our favorite knife. This is what I like. There's a serrated edge on here. And then we're just going to slice it like this. Lengthwise, yeah. Slice it lengthwise, and then the other way. Now you've got these little chunks of incredible leeks that what you're gonna do is you're gonna get a different pot, something like this. Remember, you don't want the non-stick. You want something that doesn't emit the chemicals. And then you're going to put your coconut oil in there, right? And your bit of salt, keep it easy. And then you're gonna put your handfuls of leeks in there. Handfuls, like I would cook. Why not do the work once and enjoy it for the week? That's how you're gonna save time and be healthy at the same time. You're gonna save time, you're gonna cook less and save time for things that you love to do. For me, it's walking the beach and being with my family and my friends. So, plus I love doing this. I love this. I love more than anything to teach you about health, because I see so many mistakes, and the mistakes are all to do with marketing and money, and this is to do with true health, which is what I'm about. Okay, so please, every Wednesday I'm here at 12 o'clock your time, 3 o'clock my time, and I will share with you the truth about health and how to get lean and clean and feel amazing. Okay, so leeks, we're gonna put like the whole thing. You're gonna chop it up, you're gonna put it in. Now what you're gonna do is you're going to add in, if you have arthritis, plug your ears. This is not for you. If you have arthritis, you need to get away from nightshade family food. These are nightshades. We don't want this if you have arthritis. If you have arthritis, I can pick a different food for you. But if you don't have arthritis, then why don't we chop up these delicious peppers, slice them thin, and each color has its own nutrients. So let's not stick to one color, let's color your plate, right? Because each one has its own anti-aging benefits. It really, really does, okay? So I color my plate, like I would chop these up and I would make them thin and I would put them in with the leeks. I like to add red onion to this. I didn't show it to you, but red onion with the leeks also tastes delicious. And then what I do is so you put this in, and then you stir fry it, and then you add a bit of water so you can put the lid on and just let it cook on its own. Like we don't want to like babysit it too much, because we got things to do. So put enough water in that to let it cook on its own. It is so good. And then what I do is, if you have extra time and you want to help your liver some more, then why don't we think about broccoli? So the broccoli tops, you can put that in. It's full of sulforaphane, it helps with your liver detox, and you put that in right at the end. for less than a minute. You don't want to overcook it. It'll be mushy and you won't like your dish. And you'll say, Michelle, like here, you told me it's so magical, but it tastes yucky. We just want to slightly cook our broccoli. Don't overcook it like mush. That's yucky. And so you want to put the lid on. So now you have a large amount that you've done the work once. You can have it all week. You can add a serving of this alongside your eggs. Yum! So now you've got your eggs, you've got your vegetables, which is your carbs. Now we have to think about our healthy fat. Well, we've actually put healthy fat in our foods already, the coconut oil. If you want to add a little more healthy fat, what I would do if you don't have autoimmune, what about some Parmesan cheese? What about some grated Parmesan cheese made with raw milk from grass-finished cows? Not processed Parmesan cheese. I've got the real stuff in my fridge here. And so you can do that, or you could add some avocado, really popular. That's it. Okay, that's your simple meal. Guess what? I have another idea for you. So, and this is something you may not have thought of, but I've been having this and it's so good. So say you don't want eggs, or say you're allergic to eggs, or say you just don't, whatever, you don't have eggs. But hey, what about this? These are healthy hot dogs. Yes, you can buy healthy hot dogs. I know, and you can have them for breakfast. How do I do that? I slice them up and I just put them in the coconut oil a little bit, and I kind of slightly let them fry and then add the water, put the lid on until they cook. They are so good. You can actually have healthy hot dogs. How do you know they're healthy? They're from pasture-raised animals. You can have beef, you can have pork, you can have chicken, you can have turkey, all types of hot dogs. These are hot dogs or sausages, whatever. Hot dogs or sausages, they're kind of almost the same thing. Why don't you think about that? And guess what? You can actually add a little bit of sausage to your eggs. Oh, now like you're playing, you're having fun. They're both really healthy protein sources, and enjoy that with the side of plants, which is the stir-fried veggies and then a little bit of fat. So I don't know if you've thought of that, but I've been doing that sometimes because I don't want a smoothie sometimes. Like my body just says no, probably because my immune system is a little bit down. If I find my immune system a little bit down, I don't want a smoothie. I've made that connection to myself because I'm such a ninja at what my body is saying, which is where you ultimately want to be. Okay, you can learn exactly your body signals to know exactly what to eat and when. I'm already there because I've been playing with this for so long. Anyways, I find if I'm a little bit down in my immune system, eggs on its own or eggs and sausages really boost my immune system, so I feel incredible with the side of veggies. So I believe that is it for today, and I'm just going to do a little bit of a summary. So today's Wellness Wednesday with Michelle was all about best breakfasts for easy weight loss. And what I did was I shared with you what doesn't work, which is Googling what they're saying to do. Because really, that's setting you on the wrong page, okay? The right page is food is information instead of thinking about calories. The information you want to give it is you want to make sure you're having protein every time you eat, so to raise glucagon to burn the fat, build the muscle. We need to get away from this oatmeal and just fruit on its own because that will raise a different hormone called insulin, which stops fat loss right away, like immediately. So you wonder why you're struggling eating healthy foods. That's not the right breakfast for you, all right? So protein every time you eat, add the type of plants I've recommended, right? And then add the fat. So you've got the 3 little macronutrients all combined into one beautiful breakfast. I've given you a smoothie recipe with some really fun stuff and maybe some naughty stuff a little bit that you can play with. And then I've given you some other ideas, which is the animal protein, like the eggs and sausage with the vegetables, right? And the bit of fat. So if you like what you see, please give me a thumbs up. Yeah, Michelle, that was so helpful. Or like, Michelle, like I wasted my time with you. That was super sucky. Okay, it's okay. It's just information for me to know how I can help you. And if it was helpful, give me the hearts, give me the thumbs up. Woohoo, Michelle, that was so awesome. I can't wait to try it. Or the thumbs down, that super sucked. Okay, So anyways, this will be recorded in Fit and Healthy community and support group. So if you missed this at all, like Ricky, I'm not sure if you watched it, but I will put it as a replay, okay, for our group, because this group is all about us getting fit and healthy together. And hey, if you have a question, just ask Michelle. I'm happy to help you. All right, I want to help you get unstuck. And if you are looking for more direction and actually a plan that is customized to you to get you results, of course, reach out to me. We can start with an insight call. I can find out a little bit more about you. You can find out a little bit more about me. And if we can work together, that would be awesome sauce. So again, I want you to have the best day. And remember, take action. Try some of these. Otherwise, it's just information and that doesn't go anywhere. Like, yay. No, try it. Let me know how it goes, okay? So thank you so much. Again, my name is Michelle Hart. I'm a nutritionist and fat loss specialist, and I help you get fit and healthy. Have a great day.